G'day. I'm back today with another response to a question. This question is from Comet 163B. It's taken me a while to respond to this comment because I was thinking about how I was going to do it. I've never actually driven a remote control tank before, so I'm going to do a response here and hopefully answer your questions as best as I can. Can you use the switches or dial to change the throttle endpoints on the fly? Like have the throttle forward and reverse endpoints set to 70%, then by flipping a switch or turning a dial, the endpoints change to 100%, with the switch instantly changing them to 100%, or gradually ramp up to 100% by rotating the dial. For those of you that don't want to watch the entire video, the short answer to your question is no. You can't adjust it on the fly by using the little toggle switches or the little dial here, which is disappointing. And if you're interested in how I came to that conclusion, keep watching. I'm going to go through and mess around with the settings on my Futaba T4GRS remote. To get started with, the first answer to your question, you can really quickly flick a switch between the position of the throttle. I've demonstrated this in another video where I use the switch here to set a fast idle on my nitro engines for cold starting and then flip back to a regular idle once the engine is warmed up. This allows the throttle lever to be toggled between 30% of reverse and 70% forward. And in the forward position, it's a 50-50. So you get 50% reverse and 50% forwards, which for a nitro car is pretty ideal because the reverse position only applies the brakes. There is no such adjuster like that over on the steering controller on the right hand side here. You can actually loosen little screws up here. I believe these screws here lock these in position, and you can actually rotate these around. I'm imagining with a tank there would be two main ways that you might like to drive it. The first one would be a regular setup like this, where you have your throttle in a forward and reverse position and the steering is controlled with the right stick and the mixing is done automatically by the electronics. The other way I can imagine wanting to drive a tank is with two throttles that both move in the vertical axes, and you would move each one forward and reverse. I imagine that would be quite difficult to control, but for people who are really enthusiastic about tank driving, that might be something that they wanted to do. If you wanted to do that, you would probably need to contact Futaba and purchase a separate throttle controller. And I believe if you took this front cover off, you should be able to slot a new one in there and replace the steering one. But I'm not 100% sure on that. With regard to changing the throttle endpoints on the fly, there's lots of features built into this controller that can be tuned by the user. These include changing the throttle responsiveness at the center and toward the ends of the travel, the ability to program anti-lock braking or anti-skid braking as well. So over here on this little switch, there's a little menu. If you look at EXP allows you to adjust the sensitivity of that channel. You can adjust the strength of the steering, change the curve, and you get this little graphic representation of what that curve looks like. When you move the controller, you can see there, you get a little needle showing how far it's moving. You get a representation of how steep the sensitivity is. It might be best to show this on an actual car. You can see there with it mapped at the moment to the -100, I move my controls in the center, the wheels are responding just a little bit. And then as I get toward the edges, that rate of motion moves up dramatically. And if I put it all the way the other way, you can see there the steering rate is very high to begin with and then tapers off more towards the edge. It can also be tuned on the throttle for forward and reverse, and it can be tuned on the brakes as well. So the brake and the forward can be actually tuned separately. That's the exponential settings control. The next thing you can do is change your endpoints. So you've got the steering, the throttle, forward and brakes. The throttle acceleration, you can change the rate as well here. So you can dampen the acceleration or increase it here. Throttle endpoints. The question is, can we get those endpoints to change based on a switch or changing of this knob here? There is a certain amount of control that you can have using the trim feature here. I can lower the throttle position or raise the throttle position. But that only allows me to change that position a small amount. And in this case, full throttle is still full throttle. And full reverse is still full reverse. I don't think that there's a way to easily change those settings on the fly. I've been unable to find them. Unless there's a way to upgrade the firmware on this, I think it's pretty much locked out. So the next thing I think that would be possible as a workaround would be to create two profiles for the one model. This would work if you're wanting to set up a version of the model that you can give to your children or friends to play with that is speed limited, and then your own copy of the model which is fully unlocked and ready to roar. I'm going to demonstrate how I would do that now. I'll copy my model 7 into position 8 and then select that model. I'm going to rename this to XYGTHO SF for safe mode. Now I would go into my throttle endpoint, and for this model, to make this safe, I think I would need to limit the throttle to about 25%. I've got my full throttle, but it's only coming up to a quarter of the travel on the actual ESC, and that's going to limit the top speed of the car in safe mode. Then when I want to go into unrestricted mode, I can go and select model 7, which is the GT in standard mode. You'll see here I might have to hold this down. the short answer to your question is no. You can't adjust it on the fly by using the little toggle switches or the little dial here, which is disappointing. I really would have liked to be able to say I could make that work. If there's anybody out there that knows this controller and knows that I'm wrong, I'm happy to be proven wrong though. So put a comment there if you can prove me wrong. That's it for now. Thanks for asking a question and giving me inspiration for making this video. See ya.